What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Cjthecheesedj here, and we're back with another A to Z of Ark, and today, guys, we are taking a look at the FEROX. Now, guys, the FEROX is exclusively found on Genesis, so you will need to come to Genesis to the snow biome, which you can currently see we are, and pretty much if you just teleport straight up to the ice biome. Where is Helena? Helena, come here. So if you pretty much teleport to the Arctic and you go north, or you've pretty much died and you respawn at the Arctic area, it's a very easy way to go about finding the cave for the FEROXes. All you need to do is follow this pathway down. It does go down for a little bit of a distance, so you will need to follow it for a bit. And then obviously there can be theories and stuff like that. All you need to do is essentially follow this river down here. Now, following this river will eventually get you to the FEROX cave, where is the easiest location to find and tame these guys. So pretty much follow this river all the way down. Now, as far as I'm aware, you can find them wandering around in the snow biome. They are a lot harder to see because they're obviously tiny little dudes, but it is possible to find them there, and you want to look for this mission start. This mission start pretty much signifies that you're at the area that you need to be for the FEROXes, and this is the cave inside of here that you will find the FEROXes. Here it is on the map. We are at about, hold on, I can do you one better and I can pull out the exact coordinates for you. Let's grab a GPS and we'll whack this sucker down here. So we are at 7126. This is the cave location for the FEROXes. Head inside. There are die bears inside the entrance to this cave, so you will need to be careful when coming in here and trying to tame up the FEROXes. But you can see here, oh damn, this is, oh shit. Alrighty guys, so inside this cave is where you'll find the FEROXes. There are die bears and stuff like that around here as well, so make sure you kill them off. They are, sorry, not die bears, polar bears. If you've got a shotgun or any sort of decent tame, you can go about killing them. But don't bring element into the cave unless you're prepared to try and tame them, because they will aggro on you and they will go gigantic. Now, you've got a couple of ways to go about them. You can build a trap. For the trap, however, you will need to kite them outside of the cave, because the trap won't be able to be built inside of the cave. So if you do find FEROXes outside, you can trap them in their little baby forms. And it is a little easier because you don't have to worry about grappling hooks or anything like that. But even so, you really don't need to worry about grappling hooks. You only really need the one. So come inside the cave. If you've got element, great. You will need it to tame these guys up, obviously. But be careful because they will aggro on you. So make sure you're prepared. We've got this little dude over here who's sitting in the corner. And it's level 25. And this one's decided to come straight up to us. We are just going to... You can buy her element off Helena for 2,000... whatever it's called. Hexagons, I think they're called. So one element won't be enough for these guys. You'll need about 10 element for a level 60, and then 20 element for a level 150. So all you need to do, I mean, we're going to just spawn in element, but this will cause our dudes to get, the FEROXes to get aggressive to us. So run over to one. It'll say use element near FEROX to tame. Simply hit it in your inventory and it'll mutate. Grapple to the ceiling so that you don't get hit by these guys, because they will mutate. You can see here, we're just going to chill right at the top up here. He's not going to be able to hit us, although it looks like this one, no, he's not stuck in the wall. Keep an eye on the one that you used the element on, because that's the one obviously you're going to be taming. If you are in the cave, there are a couple of them floating around, so just keep an eye on them. But you can see there, he's pretty much run heaps far away from us. He's going to come back now. Stay as close to the ceiling as you can, just to be on the safe side of things, because when these guys hit you, they hurt hard. Especially when you're trying to tame a level 130 up, which you can see right here is... actively looking for us. Alright, so you can see that he has just gone back into his baby form. Simply run back over to him. You may need to bring multiple grapples for this depending on how far he's run. And it'll say 11%. So we're going to eat element again. It'll consume it. And we just simply grapple back up to the ceiling. Wait for his teenage phase to end. And then you can go back down and use the element again. And this is essentially all you need to do in order to tame a FEROX. The main problem you're going to have here is making sure you've got enough hexagons to tame the FEROX that you need. That is literally it. As long as these FEROXes don't get hit by anything, their taming bar won't reset. And yeah, the biggest threat to you is them coming into contact with you, which is why you bring the grappling hooks and the crossbows, so you can grapple up to the ceiling without any worries of taking damage from them. But make sure that you're ready for them when they go back down, because it'll allow you to save on... It'll allow you to save on grappling hooks, and you can see here, the moment that you do it, just simply hook yourself back up. And that's all there is to tame the FEROXes, guys. They're a relatively easy tame. Like I said, the most expensive thing is their element cost. Now, guys, once you've tamed your FEROX up, you'll see that it'll be a little baby dude. You can have it on your shoulder, and obviously it'll transform into the giant boy. You will need element for that. However, while on your shoulder, these guys do provide you with 225 insulation of both types. They will also, not actively, but they will also gather element dust for you in certain areas when they find it, which is really good. Now, in order to get these guys to transform into their big-ass scary forms, you will need to feed them element. So throw them off your shoulder. Chill out, little dude, don't follow us. And you can see here that we don't have the option here. All we need to do is use element in our area, like our hotbar. And you'll see there that he'll get 1 out of 2 element are required, and his addiction meter will go up by 5%. Give him another piece of element, because that's what he wants, and he'll transform into the big boy. And just like that, he is a big, massive boy. Now, you can currently see the transformation lifetime in the bottom left-hand corner, or in the center of the screen. And the more addiction he has, the less damage he will take, and the lower the lifetime will be. So, for example, you can see down the bottom there next to the addiction bar that it says negative 22 seconds lifetime, but we get an extra 6.2 resistance and an extra 124.8% damage and 0.2 attack speed. So that's because we've got the addiction of the FEROX at about 24%. So at the cost of more damage and less damage taken from the FEROX, you'll get less transformation lifetime. But nonetheless, these guys are great when they are massive. They've got the jump ability that you can chain to do massive jumps. And you can see that you're pulling it off with the sort of speed reticles that are around the screen. He's got a primary attack of a smashing. If we are... Can we get out of the tree, please? So he's got a primary attack of swinging his arms around and attacking stuff. He's got a secondary attack of doing a ground pound. And he has a third tertiary attack of a boulder toss, which you can see there. So the boulder toss does quite a bit of damage. I'm just trying to find something that we can use to hit with the boulder toss. Here we go. We've got a Megaloceros here. So the boulder toss does quite a bit of damage. His melee attacks do also quite a bit of damage. His ground pound applies a sort of slow immobilizing effect as well, which will break armor as well of enemy players. So you can definitely use this guy for that as well. And wow, that Megaloceros is flying. But the FEROX, definitely worth taming up. He doesn't have a saddle, however, you can equip the helmet onto him. So, for example, if we go into flak, like any shoulder pet, you can equip the helmets onto him. And he's got a flak helmet. So, he takes reduced damage from pretty much all sources because he's got armor. But, yeah, really good tame, really strong. What is that glow? Is that from the new mammoth? Yeah. But they do provide you with insulation as well. Can we turn the H off? Why? Helena, stop scanning the stupid FEROX. But yeah, he's definitely something to be reckoned with. Now, when it comes to breeding these guys, they're a little bit more difficult. You essentially need to have a female, and her addiction needs to be at 95%. So for that, you just need to constantly keep feeding it element. Now, for that to happen, you can simply transform it into its large form. Whoa, where are you going, dude? You can transform it into its large status, I guess you could call it. Its large transformation. Hop off it, and you can feed it element in its not in its inventory, but in your hotbar. Simply press the 0 or whatever hotkey it's slotted into. It will also refill the time remaining, but like I said, it'll increase the addiction. If it gets to 100% addiction, it will go rampaging and it will attack you. So you need to be careful of that. But you can see here, we're getting its addiction right up here, and we'll also show you the damage resistance as well when we get on it. So you can see here we're at 94% addiction. We've got plus 50% attack speed, plus an extra 23.7 damage resistance. However, our transformation lifetime is only 9 minutes now in comparison to the 11 minutes that it was before. I don't know why Helena is scanning the FEROX still. It's really frustrating. So, yeah. But that's what happens if you feed it more and more element. It'll get more damage resistance. It'll have a quicker attack speed. So it is kind of worth doing it as well. Now, like I said, with the females, we actually got unlucky. Stop scanning. No, stop scanning, Helena. Okay, there we go. With the females, you need to get them to 95% addiction before they're able to breed. What we're going to do here real quick, guys, is we're just going to summon in a female because we don't have a tamed one up. So, give me 1 second here. Okay, guys, so we have a female right here. We're going to feed it some element. Actually, I wonder if that triggers all of them. No, it doesn't. So that's going to get her that's going to make her transform. She's going to get a 5% addiction rate. Now, if we come into her behavior and we go enable mating, it won't actually let us. So you need to get her addiction to 95%, sorry. So what we're going to do, we're going to feed her a bunch of element here. And she then needs to go back into her her little baby FEROX form, and then you're able to breed her with the other males. Now, the males don't need any addiction level. So you don't need to worry about their addiction level. You just need to worry about the females. So make sure that it gets to 95% here. And we won't be able to breed her because she's in her big form. And there's no actual way for you to be able to transform them back manually, which kind of sucks. But you just have to kind of wait it out. One thing that I also forgot to mention, guys, is that they have the ability to climb walls. Very similarly to the Deinonychus, they have the ability to latch onto walls and climb up them. So we've just transformed this big fella right here. We are going to look for a wall to climb on because apparently there are none over here. Hold on, we got some over here that we can use. So yeah, they can climb like the Deinonychuses, which makes sense because they got these big ass arms. So obviously they're going to be able to pull themselves up. So let's come over here. We're going to show you guys. You can see that we've got the reticle. That means that we can jump onto the wall. And we can jump up here and climb up. Now, they are a little bit buggy, but I mean, it's possible to climb up walls and stuff like that, like the Deinonychuses. So you can definitely use that to your advantage. But yeah, that's pretty much all the abilities of the FEROX. So yeah. Alrighty guys, so she has transformed back into her little baby state. You can see she's got 95% addiction. If we come into mating, we can go enable mating now. And let's... Okay, it requires max addiction, so it's not 95%. Which is strange. We're going to enable mating on this one. We're going to feed the element. I fed it to the wrong one. We're going to feed the element here. And it should hit max addiction. There we go. So now it's going to mate as well. And who's it mating with? It's mating with another one. So you can see there it's mating. So yeah, you need to get your female up to 100% addiction. I could have sworn it was 95%. Maybe they patched that out. But she's currently mating, and that's all you need to do in order to get them to breed. Just like that, they're able to start breeding once your female is at 100% addiction, and she'll mate with the other FEROXes. But yeah, that's pretty much all you need to know about the FEROXes, guys. So we're going to wrap up the video for today. Like I said, you can equip helmets onto them, which provides them with extra armor. So definitely chuck your Ascendant ones and stuff like that onto them. And we covered the hypothermal and hyperthermal insulation as well, and where to find them. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe down below for more. But other than that, guys, I will catch you in the next one.